It's 6:36. Our Hispanic Heritage Month coverage continues this morning, and we're talking about preserving history.
We want to bring in our Allison Rodriguez right now, who is joining us in studio to explain what an incredible story.
So Kaylee and Nick and everybody at home, the city of Phoenix and community members, they're part of a task force working to preserve the history of historic barrios in Phoenix. They were wiped away due to the expansion of Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, but there is work being done to remember those who called these barrios home for so many years. If you make your way through Phoenix neighborhoods west of the airport, you're going to find a lot of empty lots with signs like this. But there are still homes standing, checkered throughout these neighborhoods, serving as a reminder of what used to be here.
I think there's one house in Green Valley Park. There's, again, scattered housing.
The neighborhoods of Green Valley, East Lake Park, Campito, Golden Gate, Cuatro Milpas, Anat, and San Juan Bautista are rich with Phoenix and Arizona history. They are some of the oldest established neighborhoods.
Golden Gate historically goes back to the 1870s, 1880s.
Michael Valdez has dedicated his life to preserving this history. He was raised in the Cuatro Milpas area.
My family and my grandparents all lived here. My father grew up in Green Valley Park, which was another community. My grandmother grew up in Golden Gate and then was relocated.
The forced and voluntary relocation of the residents in these barrios had left them a shell of what they once were. But decades later, there is work being done to breathe new life into these neighborhoods.
The land reuse project intends to answer the question, what does the aviation department in the city of Phoenix do with land that was acquired over the course of about a decade and a half?
Courtney Carter is the City of Phoenix Economic Development Program Manager. He's part of a task force along with Valdez that was put together to come up with solutions for the empty lots and also address current and former residents' biggest issues. One of the goals is to preserve historic sites like this one, an adobe building built in the 1930s. It's one of the pillars of the Las Cuatro Milpas barrio that was essentially wiped out. These areas are zoned for commercial use.
So if you have a business, you can put a business. If you want a garden, a community project, if you want to do a memorial.
In the land reuse project documents, you'll find renderings of what the marked cultural corridor could look like. This is present-day Lewis Park in Milpas, and here's what they envision. The Santa Rita space in Campito is where farm worker rights advocate Cesar Chavez fasted, and it could look like this in the future.
We're really wanting to make sure that the community does not feel left behind, but that they're co-leading the effort to rebuild and revitalize their neighborhoods.
For now, if you do drive through some of these neighborhoods, you're going to see the unique way former residents are honored and remembered.
Someone will pass away, and then they'll put like a memorial at that house, right? And then people will come back to that memorial every year and celebrate it.
Now, some of these projects, they don't have an estimated completion date. It's open-ended, and some of them depend on funds. I'm told the city is applying for a federal grant called Reconnecting Communities, which, guys, they hope to use for the cultural corridor and other projects in this as well.
Can I just thank you, because you're shining light on things that we may have never noticed before, but now stop and can appreciate.
Well, yeah, it's just something that you don't think about when you drive through there. You wonder how these lots ended up empty.
Right.
Yep.
And we know there's so much revitalization building happening. It's good to see that they're looking back at our roots, right? Yes. For that inspiration to move forward. Great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.